Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. Yeah, 2 in a year, record setting. We're gonna kill it. Today we're gonna be looking at the movie Saturday Night, now available on demand. You can find us at youtube.com/@rumandcinema. Subscribe to keep up to date with our newest episodes as we release them. Check us out on TikTok at Rum and Cinema for 6 old TikToks. And check us out on whatever podcast app you use, Rum and Cinema. Today, I'm joined by Nate and Jake. Nate, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to blow your minds and like a movie. Get ready.
Oh,
what?
Oh, I'm upset. I feel like I have to change my stance now.
I thought you were being down on the movie.
I really liked it.
I mean, it's not a masterpiece, but it'd be confusing to me if you're just like, nah, I don't like this. Not for me.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So Nate's, for once, not in a river of despair from a movie we've picked. That's good. Well, you picked it, so I'd hope it's better.
Not from the movie you picked.
Well, okay.
Nate has picked plenty of movies that he then hated.
Yeah, that's true. Megalopolis, he was excited for.
Not
by the time we got around to it.
No, that's true. That's true. Jake?
I read a quote on I saw a YouTube short of a quote on Megalopolis that I really liked, and it said, whoever it was, I don't know, said that he thinks that it has everything it needs to become a cult classic because the best cult classics are derived from the hubris of the creator. And he goes, and that movie is nothing but the pure hubris of Coppola.
The dude sent $120 million of his own money, and he was like, bet. And we all said no. That line was also in the Honest trailer for Megalopolis, and it says it had everything for the cult following minus the following. Like, or maybe one of you said on the I don't remember, but I remember hearing that too. Yeah, Jake, how you doing? Other than YouTube shorting it up.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Ready for a nice Thanksgiving break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we took that's the last break we took was a Thanksgiving break, and it was a year. So,
yeah.
It was a Halloween break.
It's the last few years.
All that turkey, put us to sleep.
Yeah, I really couldn't get after that. We got ding dong ditched on Halloween. We were like, nope, never again.
Like just every year starting up again and just doing as many episodes as we can before Thanksgiving.
We got 2. All right, guys, we're doing great. So let's talk about the movie Saturday Night. We all sounds like we kind of liked it, which is great. I thought the way the story was told was fun. It was like that episode of The Bear in season 1 where it's just like real time up until the start of the shift, which was cool. Not as like
saw that episode of The Bear and was like, yeah, I can do that.
That's did.
A good idea for a movie.
Oh yeah. I thought you were like, I could be that chef. I was like, that's not easily, what I thought.
Obviously.
Yeah. Chop some onions and stab your friend in the butt. I just want to start off by talking about our relationship with Saturday Night Live. I've always been someone who
Horatio
Sands. Bill Hader. I think we talk about Saturday Night Live a lot, the three of us, and like in our friend group, we really like Saturday Night Live. We share clips with each other all the time. It holds like a special place in our heart. Like I grew up wanting to be on it, and like doing sketch comedy was like the thing I thought I'd be good at, and then I just never tried. And I think Saturday Night Live was always like the thing I'd watch, and now still I watch like the Weekend Update every week. I'll watch the Please Don't Destroy shorts every time, and I'll watch some of the sketches every time. Big fan of Saturday Night Live.
I think same thing. Like I used to watch it like every week, and I'd sit. I don't watch it anymore, but I watch highlights of it. Same thing. I don't miss a Weekend Update. So I watch less of it now. Do I think it's gotten worse? Probably not.
Yeah.
I think there's natural highs and lows of it, but it's been running for how long now? Like, yeah, it's
50
going to have
years.
little ups and downs. Yeah, it's not like it's worse
Yeah.
as a format or anything. It's just, I just don't watch it every week. I don't watch anything every week.
No.
No.
It's
just that's not how entertainment is consumed nowadays for the most part.
I will push back. I do watch the Great British Baking Show every week. That shit's unmissable.
Do they have it every week?
Yeah, bro. For like 12 weeks. Finale is this weekend. Friday. Netflix. Nate, how about you? What do you feel about Saturday Night Live?
Oh, same. I mean, yeah, I grew up. I think someone in my family, probably my dad, was a fan. So like, I grew up watching like both the contemporary SNL and like the old SNL. Gone back and watched like best ofs of pretty much all of my favorite comedians that came out of SNL.
Yeah,
I still watch it pretty much every week. We don't. I kind of love the YouTube format where they just eventually put out all the skits after like a few days. So I basically just watch SNL like through the week when it's on. Like I do watch Weekend Update like every like Sunday morning, but then like I'll watch a couple sketches during like the week, and then like whenever I'm bored, I'll just go up and like slowly, like you can kind of even tell what's going to be good and not. So like I watch the best ones, and then like by Friday I'm watching the worst sketches of that week just to like get stuff, and then you get a fresh one.
I will go like 2 minutes into a sketch a lot and then be like, all right, I get it. This is what they're going to do. Right? And then move on. Like the janitor sketch from Bill Burr's episode. I was like, I get it. Okay, he keeps falling in it. That was cool. And then it was over.
I will say, like, because it's not just like quality ups and downs. There's like, there'll be different vibes to the show. I do think there's a really like run-on-y kind of sketch thing going on right now.
Yeah.
Like that janitor sketch didn't have it. Like they'll just be like, fuck it, and just end the sketch. Like there was not a funny ending, like not a conclusion to that sketch either.
It's like Keenan
they like tried to step it up and like have someone do an impression of what's his name?
Neil deGrasse. Oh, wait.
The guy who plays the genie in Aladdin.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So he like comes out of the closet and he's like doing an impression of Robin Williams, and I was like, oh no. That was like the worst sketch that week though.
They jumped the shark. Like, here we go.
Yeah, they really did.
And then
it's just like cut off.
I did something interesting. After I watched this movie, I watched the first episode of Saturday Night Live. Did any of you do that?
I definitely wanted to.
Yeah.
But
is it just easily YouTubeable?
I Peacock, so I don't know.
Okay, I have Peacock.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did it make sense? Because they showed the beginning of the first sketch in the movie, and I was excited to watch it. I said to Taylor like during it, I was like, oh, now we got to go watch the first episode. And then he does the first bit, and I was like, I do not get it. It was funny. Yeah. It was funny, but I did not get the reference or anything about what they were doing.
It was an English as a second language teacher talking to Jim Belushi as oh god, did I just say Jim Belushi? Is it John Belushi? Jesus Christ. It's John Belushi, not Jim. So John Belushi was
old Jimmy B.
Old Jim B, according to Jim. No, John Belushi, the good Belushi, the one that we wish was still here. We'll trade the other one. No, you're fine, Jim. John Belushi is an English as a second language student, and his teacher is the writer guy. And he's just like having to go back and forth. Then he has a heart attack in the middle of it, and then he like does the same thing back.
No, I get
That's
it.
it. That's all there is.
I kind of assumed it was a reference to especially the Russian and the Wolverines and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had that thought because they showed a decent chunk of that, and then I think 2 or 3 other times throughout the episode it showed them like doing rehearsal, or it showed a little. None of them were funny.
Yeah, it
was weird, and I didn't know if it was like part of the movie or if it was like showcasing just different. Comedy was different.
Sure,
at different points in time. But and then it cut around and everyone's laughing and applauding, and I'm like, this isn't funny.
Yeah, it was okay.
I guess it goes. Yeah, I was gonna say, Ben, what did you think of it?
So it was like really fast bits. Like it was That was how long all the sketches were. It felt like there was maybe 10 of them, and George Carlin came up like 3 times and did stand up each time. He was never in a sketch. And then the Albert Brooks film was just like weird news stories that he made up, and that was interesting. The bees was there. That was pretty funny. There was a bee one where like a bee kept having a baby. And they like brought it out, and they're like, "It's a worker bee," and everyone's like, "Yay!" And there was this one kind of bee, and everybody's like, "Oh," and like that was it. That was it.
Did you appreciate it more knowing that John Belushi was like, "I'm a fucking actor.
I'm an artist." Yeah, I did. And then, yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was an average of 2 minutes. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia right now. It was an average of 2 minutes per. They did the bit that Andy Kaufman did. Was in it, like the whole thing that he did in the movie was in this SNL.
The women construction workers.
No, Andy Kaufman. So it was the one where he's like standing there and he plays the record and he starts like mimicking it, and then he like misses one. Yeah. He's like gets all downfall. Yeah. So yeah, the format was weird. It was like 4 musical.
That was Cousin Greg.
Yeah, who played him and Jim Henson because of some...
That threw me so hard.
Yeah, they had some scheduling conflicts. Benny Safdie was supposed to be the guy. He was in The Curse, and he directed Uncut Gems. He was supposed to be Kaufman, but he had to back out, so they just got Cousin Greg to do it.
Wow.
What range?
Chaos.
Crazy, right? But yeah,
it was... I mean, they were very different characters. It was like, when he came on as Jim Henson, I was like, is that
I know
Cousin Greg again?
Is he doing this again? That was cool though. And like going back and watching, yeah, Jake has a cat, so just they're now part of the episode. It's fine.
He's got a lot of opinions about Saturday Night.
They also watch this, okay? I thought the casting was really good for lookalikes. When I watched the first episode, I was like, oh, these people like look like the people they're playing to play. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, John Belushi's the only one I really could like know what he looks like, because Chevy Chase, I picture like Chevy Chase a little older.
Angry racist Chevy Chase. Yeah.
No, I like National Lampoon Chevy Chase. Still, like he seemed a lot younger than that, and so like I don't know if that's what he looked like, but like I know what John Belushi looks like at that time, and it was really good.
Yeah,
they nailed Chevy Chase, because I remember looking at old Weekend Updates and seeing I'm Chevy Chase and you're not.
Yeah.
Which I was really waiting for in this movie.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
I think it came later.
That one scene, I think they included a scene that kind of alluded to why he, why he did I'm Chevy Chase and you're not.
Yeah.
Which, wow, what a scene that was.
I'm looking through the trivia. Dan Aykroyd was the only original cast member who read the script. And then Milton Berle talks about hosting. He hosted in season 4, but Lorne Michaels pulled it out of syndication because he called it the worst one they ever did. And
that's the one I want to watch.
Milton Berle's known for having a huge hog, so that was canon when they flopped out that J.K. Simmons wang, and it was it shut Chevy Chase up. So yeah. So it's a real-time thing, so we'll go through what we can as far as the plot goes. So it's October 11th, 1975. Lorne Michaels arrives at NBC to prepare for the first broadcast of Saturday Night, which eventually became Saturday Night Live. And like the whole episode, the whole premise of this movie for me is like Lorne Michaels figuring out what this show is and like how to pitch this show to people. Like that's kind of his through point. Is like, how do I get people to understand what the show is without being able to explain it? Because now I think it's so ubiquitous that everyone just says, oh yeah, it's Saturday Night Live. Like people get it. And he lands on, it's a night in New York City. It's as if you're doing a night in New York City. And I was like, oh, that's kind of bad. Like I've never heard that described as that before. I thought that was a great explanation.
I will say, I really liked his description, like his pitch of the show.
Yes.
Like, and I get that he's trying to say what it really is, but it kept distracting me. Like I was like, has there not been a sketch show?
No.
If you asked me what Saturday Night Live was, I'd be like, it's Saturday Night Live. And then if you were like, no, but what is that? I'd be like, well, it's a sketch show.
Right.
That's it would not be that hard to come up with that answer to explain to someone who's not a fan of comedy or like a business person. I'd be like, it's a comedy sketch show with good comedians.
But we
it's like
only
improv,
know
but
the
good.
concept of a sketch show because of Saturday Night
Well, they had
Live, though,
variety
I would
shows.
guess.
Well, that's why I was saying, it wasn't the first sketch show in existence.
So there was,
because they were doing a variety show
Yep.
on the same floor at the same time.
Yeah,
and I know that's different.
There were variety shows, and it was set up like to fail because it was a contract dispute with Johnny Carson, who had like 2 weekends off because of that. And they're like, all right, we'll let these kids like figure it out, and we'll pull it and run reruns. Who cares? And they crushed it, so they stayed. But yeah, I think there were variety shows, but not like this. This was like avant-garde comedy. Like that's why when I watched the first episode, I was kind of like, this is weird. Like some of these are weird, you know? Andy Kaufman just like doing a TikTok dance. What would now be a TikTok dance? Just doing a voiceover of a song playing in the background. Like that, it's literally
the
just
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, it's literally a TikTok dance now. Like that's all that we're doing now, and it's weird to see that full circle 50 years later. But
yeah,
I think that's why it was hard to explain, because there were variety shows where like Milton, and we saw that it was like Milton Berle with a bunch of like showgirls going na 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 na, oh he's so cute and oh blah blah blah. Like this is not that, you know. This is bees having children and being upset that one of them is not a worker bee. So I do kind of get that part. But yeah, that was a cool through point through the movie. It's like, how do you describe this to somebody?
Yeah.
Your point earlier that only Dan Aykroyd saw the script.
Read the script, yeah.
They also instructed the cast members not to talk to who they were playing.
Oh, I like that.
The cast members were, wasn't like, enforced, but they said, hey, don't talk to, who it is that you're playing. And they said the reasoning for that was they wanted, they wanted to more accurately get across what the actors were feeling at the time, right? This like tension of, what's this thing? What, so that they didn't want to have, they didn't want to have the perspective of the person who had gone through it, knew that it was successful and all of that. They didn't want that coming through. They just wanted to keep it fresh of like, we don't know what this thing is either. And I
like that. I really like that because Chevy Chase, take it for what you will, said that I don't remember the first night being that chaotic, and maybe that's because Chevy Chase was on cocaine and being crazy with his soon to be wife.
almost certainly that's artistic license, yes. Right?
I'm guessing that was like weeks of problems built into an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I believe that all the things roughly happened, but obviously they didn't happen the first night.
Right. And maybe they were building that, like they do build the set up to that day because it's like live television, they have to.
Yeah.
And the llamas that they're ordering, and then, it's great.
I believe if anything, like that, they had that board of like, 6 hours of content and couldn't figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Like, because it seemed like, because Saturday Night Live wasn't an institution, everyone was kind of just wanted to do their stuff. Yes. Like it seemed like a way to like get them out there, so like it seemed a little more competitive and not just like it's an honor to be on Saturday Night Live. Like this is my shot to like be on national television.
Yeah, like Billy Crystal.
How they were thinking about it.
And that other lady, Vicky something, she made it. She was on the show, obviously. She makes it in the thing, but I skipped it. It wasn't that funny. It was just her doing like stand up. And like I didn't watch, I was like into watching George Carlin, I thought, and I watched it. I was like, eh. And maybe it's because it's like network TV George Carlin, but yeah.
I was gonna say
can't do.
Yeah, he doesn't really lend himself too well to network TV. In his later years, he had I think more refined bits that he could bring on network TV. But and that one part when Lauren finds the joke writer in the bar.
Yeah. That was
like, you telling me he did that 45 minutes before they went live?
Maybe they used that joke that he tells them about the stamp. That was so funny.
Oh,
that was in the show. So the joke is,
I bet he found that guy in the bar.
Yeah, writing for some,
went on to be one of their great writers or something.
Schmuck.
Yeah.
The joke was,
it was like 3 days before.
Yeah, it's probably like Thursday. He was just getting drunk. The joke was they're doing a stamp for prostitutes, and it's going to be 5 cents, but 10 cents if you want to lick it yourself. And I was like, that's just so funny. That's such a good line, dude. So Michael's boss, Dick Ebersol, who goes on to like run NBC Sports, if you don't know, he's like a big time sports guy. Warns Lorne Michaels, that NBC's executive David Tebbutt, played by Willem Dafoe, that was nice, didn't know he was in this, has no faith in the show and is prepared to air a rerun of The Tonight Show instead, which they showed like in the control room. They had it queued up, ready to go, and basically this guy stands there and goes, go live or go to the tape. And it came down to the last second. And then we see the first sketch and move on. Despite Tebbutt's lack of faith, he gives Michaels encouraging words, but Ebersol makes it clear that Tebbutt is ready to pull the plug. Garrett Morris, with an operatic background, feels out of place among the comedic cast members. He was an interesting character in this. I felt like he had a nice little B story. He was like an opera singer and not screenplay. What's the...
He said he's a playwright.
Playwright, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
And he wasn't really a comedian, and now he's on the show. Like, I didn't look up a lot about him, but what do you guys think about him in the movie?
I think you described it as a B story. It was what was weird is like it just didn't really come together. Though I did enjoy the final thing he did with the like warm up singing.
Yes,
that was great. That was great.
That cracked me up.
Yeah, that was very much felt like a like comedian thing. Like that, like you could see the like Teamsters weren't enjoying it, but like everyone was dying. Like all the comedians were dying.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky in a movie like that. You know, it wasn't a long movie, right? I think movies now are kind of longer, right?
Yeah.
We've kind of hit this era just where that movie runtime's kind of longer than it used to be. This one wasn't long, and one just because of the way it was filmed, or like just kind of following in real time, Lorne. And the fact that the cast is so big, there really aren't developed character arcs for these people.
Right.
You're kind of supposed to know who they are a little bit.
Yeah. I think he probably had one of the more developed arcs.
Sure.
Right? A lot of the cast members just get like, a little bit here and there.
And do you think that's
he
a
probably
reaction?
Had just a tad more.
Do you think that's a reaction to him being like underutilized in the show itself? Because like I'm reading a little bit about him now, and he was like he felt underutilized, and a lot of people who came after him who are also black felt like they were like kind of shoehorned into certain roles, stereotypical roles. Do you think that they did it because of that, to like shine a light on him, or because we know all the other characters so well that like this is the one that we can kind of like do a story with?
I'd say it's probably the former, right? Like a little bit of the the woke, if you want to call it that, but just the acknowledgement of like, hey, times have changed. This was an issue then.
Yeah.
Not and now we can sort of acknowledge it as more of an issue.
Right.
But so I think it was their way of acknowledging.
I am seeing a bit that he did. Sorry, Nate, one sec. A recurring bit he did on Weekend Update as being presented as the president of the New York School for Hard of Hearing, and he assisted the newscaster. Instead of doing sign language, he just yelled the headline right after they said it. It's like Chevy Chase would say something, and then he would just yell it louder. All right, Nate, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, you'd have to tell me, Ben, after watching the first episode, how much the like women players featured, but I did think that was, as you're saying, I was like, basically like the billing in the movie was like Lorne Michaels, Chevy, and John Belushi, black guy, every woman on the show.
Yeah.
It's definitely like the one thing that I like brought like as a criticism was like none of the women in this movie had anything to do except talk about who was attractive once,
and their costume changes. Flirty. They talked about their costumes a lot.
There were big arc ones that she did a costume change.
Yeah, that was a bit
like
weird.
And again, I was like, the pithy version is like, just being like realistic to the first season of SNL, but I actually don't know.
Well, they were kind of sparsely used, I would say, but like they're now looked back upon as like some of the best members of SNL, like Gilda Radner, people freak out about how she's amazing. Lorraine Newman, people really like. Jane Curtin, people like. I mean, they went on to do big things. Not that SNL isn't, but like they kept going. But yeah, I'd say they were definitely underutilized in that first episode. I think, they didn't really know what they were doing in the first episode, not to like excuse it or give them a reason on the way out, but from what we saw,
I mean, I guess it seems like John Belushi was already,
he's the guy.
Yeah. Like
he was the focus.
They built the show around it rather than being a cast. But like, yeah, it did strike me during the movie. Every time a woman was like on it, I was like, oh, like out of nowhere, and then like, oh, they're gone.
And they're like kind of look the same, so you're kind of like, which one are you supposed to be? Who are you again?
That's why they threw in the scene of them all discussing which stereotype they were.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You could follow along.
That was good. Speaking of John Belushi, he remains distant from the cast and constantly starts fights with everyone. He's I don't want to shave my face. I don't want to, do this and that. But Rachel Sennot's character, who plays like Lorne Michaels' childhood friend / girlfriend / maybe married. I don't know. I think they were maybe for a bit.
It made it sound like they were married.
Yeah.
Are married.
But then she said, "We're married, but I'm not your wife."
Yeah. I like her. I like her. She's a really good actress. She's in really good stuff. And I thought she shined in the role there. She was good.
Yeah.
And then Jim Henson complains about the treatment he's receiving from the writers. They strung up Big Bird. That was hilarious. Yeah.
The writers, like the head writer, is possibly my favorite part of the whole movie.
Funny.
Every scene is so fucking edgy, annoying, but hilarious.
Did they have Muppets on that first episode?
They sure did. It was this bit where like they're on a different planet, and this like king has to like keep doing different things to keep the planet going. It's weird. It wasn't that funny. There was like a tiki god at the end that they had to like sacrifice some chickens to, and that's like huge breasted wife of his or something, or girlfriend, and then the wife was like old, and it was weird. It was very strange. But
the Muppets were on like SNL for a little. Like I always knew that like the Muppets were on SNL when it first started. But I don't know for how long.
I think Sesame Street predates SNL. So Sesame Street is like, it was already a thing.
Yeah, like people knew the Muppets.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But like I knew the Muppets were part of SNL for a little while.
It's like we need to get that adult audience with our Muppets, excuse me.
Yeah. This says oh no, that's just the Muppets show.
Yeah.
6 years. They predated.
Wow. Oh, they predated.
It predated SNL by 6 years.
That's cool.
Oh, this says they were on the first season of SNL.
Okay.
Like so it carries through the first season.
That's pretty cool. Paul Simon was like his neighbor, and that's why he's in a bunch of he's like in the first episode he talks about hosting the next episode, and he was like on a bunch early on. So they kind of lucked out with that because Paul Simon's awesome.
Yeah.
George Carlin thinks the whole show is going to be a sham. He's the host of the first episode and like in the movie and in real life, and no one knows exactly what the show is supposed to be. So again, it's like, how do you pitch it to people? How do people outside of the establishment and in the cast explain what they're doing? Chevy Chase confronts Milton Berle over hitting on his girlfriend Jacqueline and gets told off with a warning that he won't amount to anything, as Milton Berle, flops out a hammer. I looked up Jacqueline. Her last name's Carlin, but not related to George at all. I was like, oh shit, did Chevy like get sniped by George Carlin at SNL? No. They were married for a little bit. I think next year.
Met that night.
Yeah. I think next year they divorced. And then during all the hoopla, Lord Michaels receives a discouraging call from Johnny Carson, warning him about the show's potential failure. And he kind of takes it in stride and doesn't really listen and moves on. And then despite setbacks, the show eventually airs with successful skits like Andy Kaufman's Mighty Mouse performance, Chase's impromptu weekend update, and Belushi's Wolverine sketch, culminating in the iconic line, live from New York, it's Saturday night. That was the movie. We skipped a lot because there's a lot going on, but I really enjoyed the bits that we talked about. And also there's a bit I want to talk about. It's his cousin getting high and like losing his mind in the bathroom or closing himself off from everything. That was really funny. I like that bit. That guy's somebody too. He's in the Jennifer Lawrence movie that came out. The R-rated one.
The actor looked familiar. Yeah.
Where like he gets his parents set him up on a date to have sex before he goes to college. Yeah, that one. No hard feelings. Dang.
Did it.
From 3.
Yeah, it was like, it was really interesting. It was very frantic the whole time. And like, yeah, it wasn't so much a plot as just like everything that was happening. It's just fun to like watch and like see the chaos.
Yeah.
Like we said, obviously dramatized, but like it felt believable too. Like it felt like the things that were happening were because you have all of these young like punk rock comedians like being jammed into this group together, and they're just fucking around. Like there's no sense of gravity to it. Like they don't know what's going on, or like that it's gonna be something. They're just like, having fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, the bit with like when he got high, and then like they're all in their togas because they're dressing up for the toga scene, and when the guy calls them down, they all like start screaming and running through the halls. That felt like what it seemed like what it would have been like.
Yeah, a bunch of 20-somethings.
But I want to believe anything.
High on cocaine and weed and just going through the 70s. Yeah, I'm guessing that was a lot of it. I really like this movie. I think it, like you said, Nate, it kind of puts you in this place and time, and you kind of just like experience it all happening in front of you. And like, there's no huge like storyline to follow necessarily, or like consequential feeling you have when you're done watching it. It's more just like interesting to watch the behind the scenes portion of that, I think. And I had a lot of fun watching it. Like, it was really good.
Yeah.
What about they classified the genre as was it something / comedy?
Drama?
A thriller. A thriller / and he said, and the idea is the antagonist is time.
Okay. About that.
Yeah, I would say like thriller's strong compared to like what I think of a thriller. But I was gonna say like my heart was like pounding at a point. Like
you get like anxiety, not like that same
light thriller.
Yeah. It's like the Bear episode. Like you're watching it and you're like, oh, they're not going to make it. This isn't going to work. And like, it works. And you know what happened.
The Bear episode gave me heart palpitations.
Yeah, the Bear episode was another level. You're right.
In the Bear, you didn't know that it was, how it was going to go.
Yeah. There weren't Muppets.
And also everyone angry instead of laughing.
Imagine if everyone was Willem Dafoe's character. That's the Bear episode.
Yeah. I loved Willem Dafoe's character in this though, like, because you don't know where he stands. Like you kind of like gave we're told immediately that like people are unsure about it, like people are unsure what it is, but like his producer or whatever he ends up being is like, in his corner and rooting for him. And then he's like got to meet the big wigs and explain it, and Lauren is stressed about it. But then Willem Dafoe's character like gives him this like pep talk, and it's like condescending and seems fake but also genuine at the same time.
Yeah, like you're pumped up.
Like, does he like this? I actually don't know. And then he drops later, like when it gets really bad, his producer drops the bomb that like they're betting specifically again. It's not just that they're not sure it's gonna work. They don't want it to work.
Yeah, they're like,
that's
how
like
many
dropped,
minutes
in the last third?
How many minutes in will it be switched to the replay, the rerun?
Yeah. But just like that, there was actual motivation, not just that they were like, this isn't going to work. They were like, we want this not to work as like part of, so that it'll fizzle out and we won't have to pay for it. And like
100%. And
all that stuff.
We can give Johnny his spot back. We can just run Johnny reruns. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Amazing. Really good movie. I would recommend this to everybody. I think it's a fun movie. Everybody would enjoy it, I think. Especially if you're an SNL fan. Like if you ever watched and liked SNL, I think you'd be into this.
I was gonna say, if you're not a little into SNL, at least it's sure. I don't know if I would. It's still fun, but like not nearly the same.
Yeah. I don't think you have to be a fan of SNL. I just think I think probably almost everybody in the country is familiar with SNL and has seen a couple of really good ones, and I think that's good enough to enjoy this movie.
I'd agree.
I think you had to have been a fan of SNL at some point. Like you had to have like enjoyed SNL like some
back when it was good.
Season or two.
Bowen Yang was on I love Bowen Yang on SNL now. He was on Hot Ones, and he was saying that everyone has a different idea what the best SNL is, and everybody like argues about it. And he think that's the best part of it because comedy evolves, and like, yeah, like what you like at the time is probably what you still like now. So like, yeah, you're gonna still like this. And whereas like now, maybe the going extra long and like beating a dead horse with a joke. I mean, it's kind of the meme culture we have right now. Is like just do this joke into the ground. They're responding to it. Maybe that's some people's like best. Some people are gonna grow up and be like, dude, do you remember when Mikey Day was on SNL? Damn, that was the best. It's gonna be crazy.
We were talking about modern SNL, and like Jay, you were talking about like, because it is subjective and everyone has different parts they like, and I think I was like kind of down on it for a little while after like Kristen Wiig and like The Lonely Island,
Bill
and that
Hader,
left kind of like 10 years ago.
Yep.
Bill Hader, Bill Hader was a big loss.
Yep.
But like in the last year or two, like there's certain people.
Oh my god!
I think Sarah Sherman is like a genius.
She's so funny.
I think she's my favorite person on SNL right now.
Yeah.
Like there's like sometimes sketches aren't amazing. It feels a little more like based on, it kind of lives or dies on the host.
Yeah.
But like every time Sarah Sherman comes on Weekend Update, I'm so happy.
That one this week where she was just like, what was she even? I can't remember what she was supposed to be, but she was just so funny as whatever she was.
Yeah,
Colin. Ooh. Oh, was it Chipmunk or something?
It was the widow of the squirrel. The widow of Peanut the squirrel,
that
or
was
whatever.
So funny.
The host is so. At this point in SNL, what percentage of the sketches is the host involved in?
Probably 2/3.
Do you think that should? Because it started off with the host not being in any sketches.
Yeah,
but he was supposed to, if it's to be believed.
It got cut. Yeah.
That is true. He was part of Alexander the Great sketch, and he hated it, and they cut it.
Damn.
Brutal.
But do you think that would, freshen up SNL?
It depends on the host. Like Ryan Gosling, I want him in everyone. Tom Hanks, I want him in everyone. Kristen Wiig, I want her in everyone. But like, if it's Charlie XCX,
it kind of limits.
Maybe 3.
It kind of limits who hosts too,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Because now when they consider a host, they have to be like, okay, who can we get to host? That's going to be in all of these sketches.
Travis Kelce. Yeah.
I think it does vary. It's definitely heavier, but it does still vary. Like there were some sketches without Charlie XCX in them.
True.
But I feel like Bill Burr was in everything.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like possibly to his detriment.
Yeah.
Like
he was a piece of every one of those. But yeah, I mean, I think it didn't like rekindle my love with SNL. I think I already liked SNL a lot more recently, just because like we talked about like watching on YouTube and just like finding the clips I like. I like the Please Don't Destroy skits every time. Crush in my house. I laugh so hard at the most recent one with Michael Keaton, where they're the skydiving guys and they get like bad. The instructors get like bad news right before they go jump. It's so good.
That's funny. I think the one this week was possibly my least favorite one so far.
Car one.
The only one. The
mean cute. Yeah, that was that was pretty wild. I still liked it. There's always like a moment or two in there. I just think, have you watched the movie they did?
No.
It is so funny.
I was so sure I wasn't gonna like it that I didn't even watch.
Unbelievably, it's so much funnier than you think it would be.
It looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say that, and I was like, no, it looked kind of funny too. I thought it was good. It was like probably since Game Night, I haven't seen anything as funny as that. Like it was Game Night than that.
That's a strong recommendation.
It's not the same as Game Night, but I think that's how long it's been since something was like hit me as that funny. Yeah. So maybe give it a shot. Try it out. So yeah, that was Saturday night. Live. I just don't want to say that.
One of my favorite jokes was the announcer in his voice saying like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I can't remember what it was. He was confused by a line. He was like, "How the fuck do I say that?"
Aykroyd.
But he was still in the voice.
Dan Aykroyd's name.
Yeah.
Dan Ackroyd. How the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just just the voice carrying through. It was,
Jimmy Pardo.
That was good.
Bill Hader replaced him. Well, first it was Who's the guy that plays? He's an Archer. He plays Lana's new
John.
guy.
Oh,
he was on SNL too.
New guy. Chris Parnell.
Yeah, Chris Parnell was it for a bit, and then it was
Oh.
Bill Hader.
I had no idea that was Bill Hader
Now it is, yeah.
doing that voice.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it shouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
But
they try to do Pardo. But
Bill Hader has an enormous range of what he can sound like.
So cool.
It's absurd.
It's so cool. I love. He's a writer on South Park now too, or he has been off and on, and like nobody gets into that writer's room. It's incredible.
Mm.
He was on that. They did the documentary where they did like 6 days to air. It's like the showing. They follow him around for a whole week. The South Park guys, and it was the one where they talk about shit in your britches, where he just gets up and he just poops his pants because that's what he thinks music sounds like, is just because it's getting old. So it's like these two farmer guys, and one of them's Bill Hader, and he's like, "Yep," calls himself Steamy Ray Vaughan. The other one's like, "Stevie Ray Vaughan? No, this other feller, Steamy Ray Vaughan." It's so good. I love it. So yeah, go see Saturday Night. It's a movie I would say I wish I bought instead of just rented for the extra $5. Whereas Megalopolis, I'm upset I even had to pay to rent it. So
I'm curious.
I'm going to turn into a Megalopolis defender.
I know it's gonna
against
be great.
my will.
By the time we get to the Razzies and we have to talk about it again, you're gonna be like, you know what, guys? I don't think this was one of the 5 worst movies of the year.
You know what? I actually watched it like 20 more times, and if you really dig into it,
I really see the vision. You know, just imagine you're surrounded by.
I went back. I watched all of
PVC
Coppola's
pipes.
films in order.
Godfather,
I get it.
Godfather 2, Godfather 3, then Megalopolis.
I'll call that bluff. Not even Jake would watch Godfather 3.
Oh,
I gave up on Godfather.
I know. That's why I'm saying you're not going to get Godfather 3.
No.
Let's give it a watch Wizard of Oz first.
It'll
be running 24/7 on Thanksgiving somewhere. I think TNT probably has it, so just pop in and out. You'll be all right.
Just get some cable and
wait till it's color and then watch it for a bit and then you can go away.
No,
Because all the sepia tone one is just musicals and backstory you don't need. Okay, so game time.
Game time.
This game is called Saturday Night DVR. Get it? It's just Saturday Night Live. I'm gonna give you. Okay. I'm gonna give you a person who was on SNL, and you have to name movies they were in. But you're gonna go back and you're gonna bid back and forth to figure out how many movies you think you can get before the other person says get it. Every movie you get,
Nate feeling confident.
If you get your full,
I'm slightly less confident now. I mean, it was just not even going to be fair before.
So let's say you bid 4 and you get 4. You get 4 points.
Okay.
Let's say you bid 3 and you get 3, or you bid 4 and you get 3. The other person gets 1 point. So whatever you bid, if you fulfill it, you get that number. If you don't fulfill it, the other person gets however many you miss by.
Can I go over to subtract points from them?
Absolutely not. I will cut you off and stop this podcast. All right. Who won the last game?
Jake.
All right, Jake. You get to bid first.
Okay.
The first person is Mike Myers. How many Mike Myers movies can you name? And I'm going to be not a stickler on colon full title. I'll be pretty lax on that.
Okay.
How many Mike Myers movies can you name? Nate, don't give me that look. You're going to get at least 3 wrong.
I'm bitter because Mike Myers has a few franchises where you should have to say the names. It's too easy.
Only one franchise. I looked. It's only one that you have to say.
All right. Okay.
The other one you're thinking of is just...
Let's just guess how many of those movies there are.
Yep.
I can name...
by the way, you get 1 wrong for free. You get 1 for your wrong one.
Oh, no.
I can name...
Shit.
How many Mike Myers movies can you name, Jake?
7.
7? Nate, can you do 8 or do you want him to go for it?
I'll let him do 7.
7. All right, Jake, go ahead.
Austin Powers.
Yep.
Austin Powers Gold Member.
Yep.
Austin Powers 2.
Spy Who Shagged Me. Yep.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking that was the subtitle of the first one.
No, the
Shrek.
first one was International Man of Mystery.
Oh shit! Forgot about Shrek.
Yep, Shrek.
That's my bad.
Shrek 2.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Shrek 3.
Yep.
And Shrek the 4th.
You're right. There's a bunch of shorts too, but you go keep going. That's 7. Nailed it.
That's 7.
7. Jay got it.
God damn it.
Other movies, but
I was trying to think. I was like, we got the Love Guru. We
Yep.
got
Wayne's World.
Like, I forgot about Shrek.
Wayne's World 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Shrek's Cat in the Hat.
Oh, I forgot about that. I never saw that.
He was in Inglourious Bastards. He played one of the British guys. Bohemian Rhapsody also. Mike Myers.
Okay.
All right, 7-0. Jake, Nate, you get to bid first on this next one. It is Chris Farley. How many Chris Farley movies can you name?
Oh, not many.
I got 3. If it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I think I have about 3.
Okay. Are you bidding 3?
I'll say 3.
All right, Jake, can you do 4, or do you want to tell Nate to get it?
Let's hear the 3.
All right, Nate, go ahead.
Tommy Boy, Black Sheep.
Yep.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Also in
Okay.
Also in Wayne's World 1 and 2, Coneheads, and Beverly Hills Ninja is the other one I was thinking of.
Oh,
I did not know he was in Wayne's World.
He's like a security guard.
I didn't know he was in Wayne's World.
Yeah, he's in both. All right, 3-7. Nate, you get to bid first on this one. Robert Downey Jr.
I always forget Robert Downey Jr. was in
He's on SNL for a year. Or
yeah, I always forget.
How many Robert Downey Jr. movies did you get, Nate?
Why would you do this to all of us? Like any of us. Now we have to sit through this.
I played this game with my wife. I got 12.
And
I should have got 15, but I got 12.
I think I'll say 15.
Oh, Jake, can you do 16, or do you say get it?
I was willing to bid pretty high, but I'm gonna let him go at it for 15.
I am gonna be lenient, but I will let you know if you get one wrong, it's a freebie. The next one wrong after that, it's however many points are left go to Jake.
All right,
go ahead.
Sherlock 1.
Nice.
Sherlock 2.
Yep.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yep.
Dr. Dolittle.
Yep.
Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3.
Your favorites?
Avengers 1, Avengers 2, Avengers 3 and 4.
Yep, that's 11.
What else?
He's crumbling.
Well, as soon as you stop, it's so hard to get back.
He's crumbling.
You need 4 more.
No, I'm just going through the other Marvel movies to think of the ones that he's obviously in.
Sure.
Spider-Man,
Which
No
one?
Way Home.
No.
Oh, really? Oh.
That's your one freebie.
All right. Well, obviously the second one,
Yep.
which is
Homecoming.
Yeah. Wait, so
No.
that's only
Yeah. So you need 3 more.
Yeah, I need 3 more. What other Marvel movies? Or elsewhere? What else is he in?
He's in a big one from recent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. Oppenheimer.
Yep, 2 more. Oh.
We got this.
Easy. 2 more. Come on.
Oh, Civil War.
Yep.
One
One
haven't
more.
said that yet.
One more.
Mm-hmm.
One more Robert Downey Jr.
I want to come up with something else other than Marvel, honestly.
You're I will tell you that you're out of Marvel. No, there's one left technically, but
I just get in bed to help me by having a conversation.
Right, you can't help it.
There's one that you and I watched together in college. I'll give you hints too, Jake. Don't worry.
Interesting.
And there's one that probably it's still funny.
trying to picture him.
Beautiful man.
Yeah.
Don't get too lost in his eyes. Yeah. Nate, I'm gonna need an answer.
I got nothing.
Oh, so close. You sure? Just guess. It won't matter. I mean, you either lose. Jake either gets 1 point or you get 15. So like, worth the guess.
But I don't get the 15. I don't get the 14 points. Neither of us knew this.
I thought it was pretty clear.
No, you were not.
Better guess.
Better guess, Nate.
Oh, well, now I'm going to try.
Well, you weren't trying before?
I wasn't that stressed about getting all 15.
Well, I would have been.
No shit, man.
I said, if you get it, you get that many points. If you don't, your opponent gets 1 point for every one you missed. That sounds like an either or to me.
Both understood you differently.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's too bad I'm running the game. I've thought about sending you the rules ahead of time, but this is more fun.
For you.
Yeah.
We always need that mid-game twist of clarifying the rules.
Fuck.
All right, Nate, I need one.
Oh! The Hulk.
Correct.
Fuck you.
Yep, you got it. You now have 22 points. Or no, sorry.
Thank God.
Jake has 7. You have 18. Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A Scanner Darkly? Zodiac?
A what?
Scanner Darkly, me and Nate watched it in college. It was the one where like it was animated over the top of it.
Yeah. Rotoscoped.
Zodiac.
No.
Others. He was in technically he was in the first Spider-Man, but I gave it to you anyway. He was in Homecoming only. He's alluded to in the second and third, but he's never in it actually.
Oh, Mr. Stark.
I could have sworn he was in 2.
That's crazy. His glasses are.
That's fair. No, you're right. You're right.
All right, 18-7. Nate is winning. That means Jake, you get to pick first on this round. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller.
We alternate bidding, right?
Correct.
I'm bidding 1.
1. Nate?
4.
Jake?
My opening bid.
I would have told him to do it because then he can only get 1 point. But that's me.
So he just told him and then changed. No.
Wait, can I bid against myself?
I know I can get 4. I already can name 4 movies.
I know, but you could have made him only get 1 point instead of being able to catch up to you.
I mean, you guys can keep bidding.
I'm passing. I'm seeing who's next. I don't know.
4. All right, Nate, get 4.
Along Came Polly.
You're gonna
Meet the Parents.
Yep.
The sequel to Meet the Parents.
Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, you're gonna feel bad after I start reading some of these.
What's that stupid? I know there's a lot of things Ben Stiller's in, but
there's 133 credits to his name.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That was my next bid.
What did you say, Nate?
I said Madagascar.
When did that come out? Oh yeah,
I might be wrong.
He's in the second one, so yeah, he is.
I thought.
Okay.
You
got it. You got 4.
I've never seen a Madagascar.
Me neither.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yikes. 22-7.
Stars. Oh fuck. Ross and Friends.
Oh god. Geller.
Zoolander.
Yep, Zoolander 1 and 2.
Zoolander. Yeah.
Okay, I thought there was a Zoolander 2, so I'm like, there's 2 there.
The Night at the Museums.
And then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
He's also in Tropic Thunder. Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
I do like that.
Tower Heist, Little Fockers. He's in The Trip apparently.
Nope.
Megamind.
Yep.
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Anchorman.
Wait, really?
Dodgeball. Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, Dodgeball.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't say Dodgeball, Zoolander, and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah.
Like, that's a solid lineup.
It is. All right, Jake. It is 7 points for you, 22 to Nate.
Easy.
This next person has 126 acting credits.
Okay.
I want you to tell me how many you think you can get. His name is Bill Hader. Movies.
I feel bad about how few Bill Hader movies I can get.
I was shocked at some of the early stuff. I was like, damn, he's in.
Oh, wait, we're doing shows too?
No, just movies. Just movies.
Okay.
Get back the fuck up, Barry. All right? Barry episode 1.
Barry
episode 2.
1.
Barry episode 3.
I can't think of a single Bill Hader movie right now.
Damn, all right, say one. Move on.
One.
Okay, Nate.
Oh, now I have to decide because I know I can name one. I don't know if I can name a second one.
Y'all are going to feel...
We're going to feel dumb.
The same as you feel right now.
Wait, no. You should let me pass, because if I'm forced to name one
Okay,
and I
pass.
can't, then Nate gets a point.
Okay.
So then, yeah, the
Pass.
onus should be on him to at least name the movie.
Pass. All right, Jake passes. I like that rule.
Wait, what? What happened?
Jake passed.
Jake just gets to pass and I have to name one.
Yeah, instead of... Because otherwise I'd be forced to lose a point by not being able to name a
Let's
movie.
add another rule.
He bid 0.
Sure.
I don't like this as adding
He
a rule.
bid one, though. No, he could have bid 0.
No, I was told to bid. I was told to bid 1.
I did tell him to bid 1.
I was told I had to bid 1.
So, yeah, he
you
can
don't
bid
have
0.
to listen to Ben.
I mean, he didn't.
I should know by now.
He didn't, and it worked out
All
in his
right.
favor.
I'll do my one. And
Okay.
Take the point.
No. Jake gets to bid now. Jake, do you want to do?
Jake.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to bid 2, or do you want to make him do it?
Do I think Nate will bid 3? No, because he's quite confident I cannot actually bid 2. Pass.
All right, Nate. What's your one Bill Hader movie? Please get it wrong.
Trainwreck.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Movies he's also in. I'm going from the bottom. You, Me, and Dupree. Knocked Up.
Oh shit.
Hot Rod. Super
That's
Bad.
fake. Oh god, super bad. As soon as you said Hot Rod.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Pineapple Express. Tropic Thunder. Adventureland. Year One. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Paul. Men in Black 3. This is 40. Star Trek Into Darkness. Monsters University. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of stuff. A lot of voiceover though. I'll give you that. A lot of voiceover.
Wait, yeah. Bill Hader. Scott Pilgrim. Is he the fight voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I was like, when you said that, I was like, oh shit, and I was like, no, he's not in that. I know he's not in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
great.
funny.
All right, Jake.
I think I would still, if this was like a really contentious game, get uppity about saying Bill Hader's and Scott Pilgrim. But missing Superbad is rough.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Nate, you have 23.
Oh, also, there was another one you said that I was like, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Is he himself in that movie?
I don't know. I didn't
in
look.
like a bit.
I've never seen it.
He's not like a character in that movie.
Skeleton Twins. He's also in. That's a really good movie.
Oh yeah.
Kristen Wiig. Okay. Next.
Even you reading all of those back, I do not remember him being in
Most
any one
of
of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just really just super bad and Hot Rod.
I never saw Hot Rod. I don't know that I saw Superbad.
Superbad's awesome.
You're
Definitely
missing
Superbad.
some like 2000s like foundational comedies.
Like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera's
and that
first movie.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah.
I assume he's in it just because he's part of that gang.
McLovin.
Yeah.
That's what started that game.
He is.
He is McLovin.
All
Emma
right.
Stone.
Go back. We'll do a super bad episode.
Oh, we should do a
15
retro.
years too late.
Yeah, we need to watch episode, and like we'll watch Wizard of Oz. And...
But wait, I think the next week of streaming has The Wild Robot in it.
It does. It comes out today.
We'll run out of steam on the streaming eventually, and then we'll go back to old movies.
Watch the hits.
The next
There's going to be a
episode,
point where good movies aren't coming out anymore.
I mean,
that happens in like January.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was like 2016 for Nate.
Yeah, for Nate. Okay, Jake, it is 23-7. You're losing.
Okay.
I'm gonna institute double points for
Back
you
in
at
the
some
comfort
point.
zone.
Let's be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso himself, is your next person. How many Jason Sudeikis movies can you name?
I'm about to pass again.
I got 3 when I did it, so I don't blame you. I'll give you a hint. He's in another sequel. Like, there's a twofer for one of them.
As you went on, that made that more
pass.
confusing
I
for me.
know. This is starting to hit, so we're gonna have a good time. You're passing? All right. Nate, how many can you name?
None.
0? All right, I'll go 3.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Pass.
Yeah.
Horrible Bosses 1.
Sure.
You haven't seen Horrible Bosses?
No.
Oh my god, it's so
How
good.
are you surprised that Jake hasn't seen Horrible Bosses?
I thought you did.
What is Horrible Bosses? I don't even know what that is.
It's a fine.
It's
It's honestly fine.
It's Horrible Bosses 2.
Oh wait! But I have something based. I have a springboard from that.
Go for it.
We're the Millers.
Yeah, We're the Millers is the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
He's
Jennifer
like
Aniston.
working.
Jennifer Aniston was hot in all those movies, so I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's how we got it.
Jennifer Aniston is a dentist.
Oh boy, is she? She can drill my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Horrible Bosses is funny. It's just not
really
that big a deal, and not shocking that Jake hasn't seen
The
it.
second one you don't need to see, but the first one's really funny. All right, so it's still 23-7. Sorry, Jason Sudeikis. Here are some movies he was in.
Be in more movies.
Meet Bill, Semi-Pro, What Happens in Vegas, Hall Pass, Horrible Bosses 1 and 2, Movie 43, Drinking Buddies, We're the Millers. He was in a Mumford & Sons music video, which is actually a very good one.
That is hard to argue that counts as a movie.
It doesn't. I just scroll
Wait,
past
have you,
this.
Jake, have you seen the Mumford & Sons music video?
No.
All right, that's
We
what
should
we're
watch
watching
that
after
after
this.
this podcast.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
watching
I've
it.
never seen any Mumford & Sons music videos.
This is the
For
only
what
one.
song?
You
This is
need
the
to
only
see.
one you ever need to watch.
Yep, exactly. All right. You know what, Jake? You've had enough times to go first, so Nate's gonna go first. The actress is Kristen Wiig. 108 credits to her name.
Oh God!
How many movies can you name?
More than Jake.
Well, so far.
But I get punished for over.
The last 2 should help Jake catch up, I think.
Sure.
They're more general.
I'll kick it off with a safe 3.
Safe 3 for Nate. Jake, how you feeling about that? Safe 3.
Pass.
Pass. All right, Nate, do the safe 3.
Skeleton Twin, Bridesmaids,
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Yep. She was also in Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh yeah. Should have known
Sausage Party, All the Despicable Me's, Her,
that. Didn't know those.
Anchorman 2.
She was in Her?
She's a different voice in Her, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I had to read it.
Yeah, I was gonna say these voices. Fuck that.
Date Night.
It's like Bill Hader's 100 credits.
How to Train Your Dragon. Whip It. Extract.
Wait, really?
Pretty good. Yeah, she plays Rough Nut. In How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, Jake? You get a point for
I'm
that.
mad that now when I type in How to Train Your Dragon, it pops up with a 2025 one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right,
Taking
Jake.
over fast.
Jake, you have 8 points. Nate, you have 26. Jake, you're gonna go first. It's double points for you, single points for Nate.
It will not help, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Probably not, but we'll try it.
Hey, you only need 9.
The name is Will Ferrell. How many Will Ferrell movies can you name?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we're back. We're back. Double points.
I'm gonna say 5.
5. Okay. Good number. I got 15.
That's 6.
All right, 6.
I'm just like blanking, so I'm just gonna keep pushing Jake up.
7, yes.
7. Right.
No, I threw out 5 to think of movies. I wasn't.
Okay, 7 for Jake. Nate, can you do 8?
Yeah, we'll do 8.
8. Nate, Jake, can you do 9? I do want to say,
Yes.
okay, 9. Nate, if you miss however many, it's also
You're
doubled.
gonna give him double. I know.
Yeah, but you're not going to get doubled if he misses. Okay.
I know.
All right, Nate, it's 9 to you.
9. Jake thinks he can do 9.
He does. He thinks he can name 9 movies with Will Ferrell. I think he can do it.
What am I not thinking of? I feel like there's some franchise or something I'm not thinking of.
I actually don't know. I'm not looking right now. There might be.
Picturing a silly voice.
He's a silly boy.
Jake can do 9.
9. All right, Jake, ready? Let's do it.
No.
If nothing else, because that'll tie him up if he gets them.
Yep. You got this, Nate. Or Jake.
Okay.
Start going.
Anchorman.
Nailed it.
Anchorman 2.
Nailed it. 7 to go.
Talladega Nights.
Nailed it.
I don't know if there's an Anchorman 3, so I'm holding off on that.
Okay.
Give me the ice skating one.
Okay, I'll give you that. Blades of Glory. Yep.
You.
I'll also put your mind at ease. There's no Anchorman 3, so you're good.
Okay.
You have 5 left.
You got your hints on
good number.
Robert Downey Jr. You didn't deserve that.
Just give me the mockumentary.
5 more.
I'm not gonna do 5 more.
Yeah, you will. 2 of them.
Elf.
Yep. 4 more. 2 of them are animated.
Animated. Oh.
Well, more than 2, but there's 2.
Yeah, 2 big ones.
2 big ones that are like the 1 and then the 2. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, he's in Barbie.
He is in Barbie. 3 more. Damn, I didn't get that one. That was a good one.
He needs 4 more.
He needs 3 more. I've been counting.
I haven't.
I have 3
So
more.
I have been, and I disagree with
3
Ben.
more. No.
We have tape.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go look.
Yeah, are you gonna go look it up?
Right.
3 more.
I'm wavering.
He's in a movie Nate recommended last week.
You're so annoying, Ben.
Jake's not gonna remember.
I don't remember what movie that is.
Yeah, he wasn't listening. It was an easy one. Not an easy one, but like an easy one for me to give you. 3 more, Nate. Jake, you can do it. You got all the
Trying
big
to think of
ones.
his voice. The 9 was a last ditch effort to push Nate to 10.
How's it working out?
I don't think I could do it. I've got 2 more right now.
Name,
I don't have
name
3.
one of them, and I'll give them to Jake.
Name the other one.
I'm really hoping Jake gets to 8, and it's not one of the ones I have.
Oh.
Crazy.
I'm calling it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Nate, I'm going to let you go for the last 3, and I'll double them and give them to you if you get all 3. But if you don't get all 3, if you only get 2, you get 0.
Oh, so I can take my 3, or I can...
You can take your 3. You could try to get 3 and get 6, or you get 0 if you don't get all 3. I need an answer in 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'll try.
Okay, go.
Step Brothers.
Yep.
Oh.
Despicable... Wait, can I say the latest Despicable Me? I have no idea what number it is.
And it is correct, yes.
I know it's correct.
Yep.
I didn't know if it's 2, 3, 4. I
4.
don't fucking know.
Number 4.
I'm going to guess 3.
I got the ice skating one. I think that's fair.
We're even.
I know, that's why I was hoping I could go for that.
One more.
All right, there's another. The Dewey Cox story.
Walk Hard.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got to be in it.
He is not in Walk Hard.
Oh,
The Dewey
tragedy.
Cox
Ooh,
story.
okay.
Not that I'm seeing
Whatever.
yet.
He'd be up there.
No,
I
I
just
mean,
assumed
I'm just looking at the full list of
I
his
can't believe he
movies.
ditched his friend.
Yeah. All right. Nate.
What's the animated ones you were talking about?
The Lego Movie 1 and 2?
Oh, the Lego Movie. God damn it.
He is also.
I've never seen those.
He's in Austin Powers 1.
No shit, Jake.
Oh yeah, he's the
And 2.
I've broken my legs.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Who's he in 2?
Same guy.
Oh yeah, that's
He's in Zoolander.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
Old School.
Zoolander keeps slipping my mind.
Starsky and Hutch. I know we keep saying it every person. Everybody's like, Curious George. I know that in my house because
Everyone was in that.
Stranger Than Fiction. Blades of Glory is the ice skating one you're thinking of.
Okay. I think when Blades of Glory came out, I was already convinced that all of his comedy movies were bad.
Yeah, probably. The Other Guys actually pretty good. That one's pretty funny.
The other guys.
I think Talladega Nights was. I watched it and I'm like, no more.
Yeah.
The mockumentary trend really went off the cliff.
It went off hard. Yeah, Everything Must
Anchorman.
Go. The Campaign, which I liked. Casa de Mi Padre, the one he did in Spanish. The Internship, and others. That's Will Ferrell.
All right.
We don't need to go deeper than The Internship.
26-8. Jake, if you get whatever number you pick, you tie.
So
oh, I gotta beat Nate.
But you gotta beat Nate.
Still
so
in the
Nate just
bidding.
has to bid.
Okay.
And if Nate doesn't get all the ones that he asked for, you also get all the points that you need to go tie.
And Nate has to name the producer of each movie.
Not the EP. I want the associate producer. Okay. And the gaffer.
And the fourth grip.
All right. The actor is Adam Sandler. Nate, since all the
what's
money is stacked
pathetic?
against you, I'll let you go first.
You know what's pathetic? It's like I'm not even very good at this game. It's just how bad.
Yeah,
I know.
It's hilarious. Anyone who actually does movie trivia would
listen to this
wipe the
just
floor
hate
with
us.
I know, it's so annoying.
Somebody, another podcast I watch, said that the closest we become to becoming ghosts are yelling at a podcast that can't listen to us. And so they refer to those people as the ghosts. And I would like to borrow that trend and tell all the ghosts that yes, this is hilarious to listen to and maddening at the same time.
It's pathetic.
Adam Sandler. Sometimes, so here's what I try to do with the games. Most of the time I try to do one that like you don't need to know anything about movies to get them right. But this one was just like more fun, I thought, to watch this happen.
I feel like it's deserved, right? You've done a good job lately of coming to games that are pretty accommodating. But
we gotta do movie ones every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, this is Look.
Our core audience of my dad and his coworker and your brother like movies.
Even like a podcast I listen to a lot, like Nando V Movies, they do a game and then as a tiebreaker, they do this game and just rattle off movies that actors are in.
The board game,
constantly.
The Blockbuster board game is this. This is the first part before you even like pick the games. Every round you do this like 1v1 and we get to like 30.
I'm having a little stage fright. I think I'd do better not on the podcast.
That's fair.
Right now.
You know what? That's fair.
I'm having a lot of trouble with Adam Sandler.
That's okay.
I'm gonna say 3.
3, Nate, Jake.
I can do 4.
That Jake can trip over.
Jake can do 4.
I can do 4.
Nate,
you gonna let me tie you with 4?
Can you do 5, Nate?
I'll do 5.
Nate, Jake, can you do 6?
I can do 6.
Nate, 7, or let him try? Do you let him hang himself with his own rope, or do you try to stop him with 7?
It's
7.
Okay.
Jake. Now, do you think Nate will get all 7?
I'm just running through the ones I have in my head, trying not to forget any of them.
Well, he can do all 7 in his head that he has right now and win. Or will you say 8 and try to win? Or do you say 7, hey, try it, and hope he gets one wrong, and you still tie?
I'm gonna hope he gets one wrong.
7 it is, Nate. Here we go.
All right. 8 Crazy Nights, Click, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, 50 First Dates.
Yep. Two more.
Grumbling.
Uncut Gems.
One more.
The Wedding Singer.
Hey, Nate did it.
Yeah, I was
Way
full
to
of shit,
go.
Jake. I was a little nervous as we got to 7. I started at 3. I was like, I can do like 6 off the top of my head.
I did not have a tiebreaker set
keep
up,
going.
so that kind of worked out for me. Yeah, let's go over it. He did Coneheads.
Good. You really wanted to tie.
I did. I always do. It's funnier.
Yeah.
Coneheads, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, The Water Boy, Big Daddy,
Waterboy,
Little Nicky,
Big Daddy,
Punch Drunk Love, Mr. Deeds, Anger Management, The Longest Yard. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Funny People, Jack and Jill, Grown Ups 1 and 2.
Oh, Jack and Jill.
3 Hotel Transylvanias. 2 Murder Mysteries.
I was like, what's he been doing recently? Right. Hotel Transylvania and The Grown Ups.
And all the Netflix crappy movies. Except maybe Spaceman.
I do want to see Spaceman.
I know, me too.
I'm intrigued by Spaceman.
I see it every day on my list, and I'm like, not today.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I see it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Adam Sandler. I heard the pitch for the movie, and I was excited, and that got me less excited.
I know, yeah. And then you're like,
I was so, because I was curious about it. I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I came so close to convincing my brother to watch it. And because I really wanted him to watch it so I could find out if he liked it or not before I watched it. And
Jake's brother in the comments below, watch it and then let us know if
it's
good or not.
Yeah, let us know if that movie's worth the time.
Well, everybody, that was Saturday Night DVR. As always, we're going to leave you with a little what to watch. I'm going to talk about Silo Season 2 that released on Apple TV this last week. Big fan. Saw the first
Snuck up on me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They talk about for 2 minutes about someone who is about a different silo, and then it's back to Rebecca Ferguson. It's really good. It's really good. I'm excited. And they leave you on a very big cliffhanger. It's like they did last year, where it's like, okay, not a lot. Oh, and then end of the episode. So that was cool. So yeah, Silo Season 2. I'm just excited to see where the story goes more than anything. So that's my recommendation for what to watch. Jake, do you have one?
I'm gonna give a recommendation of something I haven't seen yet. Arcane Season 2.
Oh yeah.
Arcane Season 2 dropped. Arcane is the animated League of Legends show. I never played League of Legends. When Arcane Season 1 dropped, I watched that. I loved it. Arcane Season 2 just dropped, and all the nerds I know are all over it. Apparently, it's really good. I decided to rewatch Arcane Season 1 first, so I'm kind of in the middle of that.
Nice. Is it good? Like Season 1?
Yeah, Season 1 I think is really good.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to know anything at all about League of Legends. I don't. So
nice. That's a good one. I like that. That's another one on my list. That one, and what's that other, like, I don't really watch anime, but there's one that everyone's been talking about on Netflix. It's like
on Netflix, Dan to Dan.
Yeah, is that really good?
That's good. It's really early. I think a lot of the people who say it's good are people who have been reading the manga, and so they already kind of know the story, and they're just excited. Because I don't get that. Like, how do you watch 1 or 2 episodes of an anime and you're like, oh, this is so good? And I'm like, it takes a while to get into the story of any.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point.
So, I think I'm not like fully caught up. I think I'm like a couple episodes behind, but
all those readers.
Of even the show.
All those readers.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Messing it up.
Let's not call manga reading, right? It's a comic book. Relax.
All those lookers. Good to know.
But I what I've seen, I enjoy.
Nice.
So I believe all the hype about it.
Hell yeah, that's dope. Nate, do you have one?
I'm very disappointed.
Uh-oh.
I was going to recommend something I hadn't seen that I was planning to go see, but apparently it was today.
What?
I thought it was tomorrow. A Ghibli movie. They're doing Ghibli Fest, so like movies are coming out in theaters. Pom Poko was the one that I wanted to
Oh.
watch about a bunch of raccoons that can transform into things.
Is that on
It looks
Max?
funny. I haven't seen that one yet.
Should be on
It's
Max.
available for
Yeah,
sure. I was
right.
just gonna say you could go see it in theaters.
Pom Poko.
Yeah, I'll go watch it at home and be sad.
Oh.
There are 2 more coming up, including My Neighbor Totoro
Ooh.
in December. Will be out.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah. But my actual recommendations, The Diplomat season 2 just started.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
What's her
Starting off
face?
strong. We've watched 3 episodes so far.
Yeah.
Say again?
Is that Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody seems to really like that one too. That one, like
Yeah,
Slow Horses
it
on
is.
Apple TV, everybody's liking too. It's like leftovers from MI5, like castaways from MI5 have their own spy agency.
Okay.
Yeah. But the Diplomat.
The Diplomat's much more grounded.
Yeah.
It's like pretty realistic, but it's got a intense plot.
Nice.
It's been good.
That's dope.
Yeah. And also the movie I texted you guys about.
Yeah.
This is a caveat recommendation because it's weird. I don't know if either of you will like it, honestly. I know most people would not, but it's absolutely wild. It's called Mind Game. It's an anime. It's not coherent. It's absolutely insane, but it's like really cool, creative animation.
Okay.
I could call it like multiple different things.
Like
It's
Enter the Void, kind of. Remember that movie?
Yeah, but more sillier than that.
Okay,
Though
good.
it is a little philosophical. It's about like I felt like it was about getting over depression.
Oh.
But like
through mushrooms.
It's about getting depression.
It's about a K-hole that you get while trying to get over depression.
Even I pull it up on IMDb and just the 8 stills that they have from it. I'm
yeah,
like, what the hell is
Could be like 8 different
there are
movies.
3 or 4 different animation styles that like it shifts between main character's mood.
I love that.
And like the severity of the situation. It's really good.
I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I like
but
that.
it is absolutely also incoherent.
Nutters.
Like, I showed something to Taylor and she was like, what the fuck? Like,
how is this a thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably watch it on my own. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Great recommendations. Great episode. Thanks for playing the game. We appreciate you both. And we appreciate all of you listening. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. If you're on Spotify, YouTube, make sure to give us a follow, subscribe, like, comment, whatever engagement garbage you have to do. Yeah, we love you. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. We'll see you next time.